Morning and welcome to Coffee Ann, the longest running panel discussion show in American radio. To make a comment or ask a question of the panel, call 401-766-1240 or email coffee@woonsocketradio.com. And now, let's join the Coffee Ann panel.
That's us. It's Coffee In on ON Radio. It's Friday morning. It's February 21st. And thanks for joining us. This is Joe Callahan. And at the table, we'll say good morning to Melissa Murray. Hi, Melissa.
Good morning, everyone.
Say that again.
Good morning, everyone.
Very good.
Oh, now you can hear me.
And Dave Richards is right over there.
Good morning, everyone.
All right.
And I feel like that's forced.
It's
still early. It's cold.
It's our twice weekly update on Melissa's eyeglasses.
Oh.
Now, what is it that we're looking at today? It looks like cats. Yes, on a navy blue background, all manner of different types of friendly-looking cats.
Yeah, I did say, or rather, we did say that I was president of the Crazy Cat Ladies Club on Monday, so I thought I would wear the cats today.
So do you see this thing with the changing of the frames that you do? Is that more of a female thing? I don't see men doing that very often. They just wear glasses and that's it.
I don't see a lot of people doing it that often, but I have had guys that I work with.
I don't know anybody else that does.
Because there's Star Wars frames and there's there are other things. There's Marvel ones, there's sport.
That's what I need is Spider-Man on my glasses.
There's sports teams.
Okay, all right.
So you could get.
But I've seen ads on the TV, and there's a woman that spreads them out, like cards.
Yeah.
And say, I've got all these.
Yeah.
It's like,
They do have men's frames
and
and toppers, but I think it's more of a accessory.
There may be some people who don't know what we're talking about, and I don't want to be talking around them. And for those of you, sorry for being redundant. It's that we just like to tease Melissa and stuff. She's very, very fashionable, and she has eyeglass frames that have magnets embedded in them, and you can put over where the glass lenses are, the frame part, you can put a veneer that magnetically attaches, and it could be any kind of decoration. So it makes it look like you've got 100 different pairs of glasses.
I do not have many pairs of glasses.
You have one pair of glasses, and then you put the veneers on like that. It's a genius idea, and she has we just like to tease her about what she's wearing. She's wearing cats today. Let's talk about the Northern Rhode Island Chamber of Commerce, our first sponsor for today's discussion on Coffee and Joe.
What do you see there, Dave, in the inbox?
Well, I see coming up next Tuesday is the 34th annual celebration of the Northern Rhode Island Chamber of Commerce. This is the biggie. They used to call it the annual meeting. It's at Bally's in Lincoln, and 4:45 to 7:30 p.m. next Tuesday evening. And it features a fireside chat with Boston Celtics president Rich Gotham. What do you know?
All right. They won last night.
I never met Rich, but there you go. A fireside chat. I've been at those when they did it for the baseball clubs, where they sit down nice little cushy, easy chairs out on the stage, and they sit there and they chat gaily about different things. It's amusement, right? So anyway, that's coming up, along with the business of the day. That's next Tuesday. Then coming up a month later, on March 25th, Cheers to 5 Years party at the Guild in Pawtucket for the women's, let me get their proper name over here, because this is a segregated group. A gentleman need not attend. That's not true. They call it the Women's Business Council. That's the word I was looking for. Council. Cheers to 5 years. They've been doing this for 5 years now, and at the Guild from 5 to 7 p.m., they will be having their little celebration on March 25th. Lots of interesting things, including advocacy. They're in there, and I have in my inbox, Joe, a lengthy email talking about all the possible things that the legislature will be voting on.
Contemplating.
Well, are contemplating, maybe voting on. That's right.
Yes.
Taxes and fees.
Yay.
The Job Growth Act tax incentive that might be coming up. Who knows? And the It's just so long, and I can't really get into all of it, but economic development is all part of it, of course, and there's things that people who run businesses will be very, very interesting to know, including all the new bills that have been filed, like this one, an act relating to labor and labor relations, consumer credit history, employment protection, deceptive trade practices. If you're interested in any of that stuff, you think it could affect your business or your little side hustle, then become a member of the Northern Rhode Island Chamber of Commerce. They will watch it very carefully and tell you everything that's going on, so you may take whatever actions you deem necessary, including maybe supporting some things that are coming along. It's not all about things that are out to get you. There might be some things in there that are worthy of your support. You wouldn't know if you didn't have somebody watching for you. The Northern Rhode Island Chamber of Commerce brings you this portion of Coffee and every Friday morning. The telephone number to call when they open at 9 is 334-1000. Joe?
All right, Dave. We brought this up yesterday on the Coffee and program, and it's about the, sorry, Melissa, it's about the Four Nation hockey tournament that took place last night at the TD Garden on Thursday night. And because Melissa probably doesn't have anything to say about this. And I know a lot of people tuned in, as well as myself, to see what would happen during the singing of the national anthems. And once again, the PA announcer asked, please, let's show respect to the country's national anthems. And they started singing, "Oh, Canada," and the crowd started booing. Now,
Last night?
Yes, not quite as heartily as the Canadians booing the American national anthem a few days ago, but they were booing. And then it ended, and then the USA national anthem started, and just like in Canada, the crowd, majority of the crowd, because there were quite a few Canadian fans there, the majority of the crowd sang along heartily with the singing of the American national anthem. So that was nice.
That's from our ON Two Wrongs Don't Make a Right department.
But I didn't want it to happen. I knew it was going to happen, and I wanted to tune in to see if it actually did happen. Yes, it did.
Yeah.
And I'm sure the person that was doing the singing, feels terrible while they're singing the anthem, and they'd be, all these boos are just raining down on them. So that did happen last night at the championship game, of which the Canadians beat the Americans in overtime, 3-2.
Well, we were out last night. We went to McTee's with a bunch of our friends, Gary and Lynn and Bobby and Steve Pelusa was there. He did a spirited rendition of Rubber Ducky.
You mean not
the song? It was karaoke night.
Right.
Scott Rondo was there. It was
Spirited.
karaoke night at McTee's. So, and the Twisted Sisters were there with Sandy, sometimes just by themselves. There was if you haven't, it's been years since I've heard Guy Trudell, the elder, Guy Trudell, sing, and he's still got it.
Still got the pipes? All right.
Oh, he still got it, yeah. So anyway, we were there. We saw that the game was starting.
It was on the TV.
We came back. We got back. We were back home by 9, but we didn't see the beginning of the game. And then Denise watched the rest of it
at the beginning. So, and like I told Dave
I'm
earlier,
disappointed though, because in my Pollyanna world, I would like to show the Canadians that we got more class.
But these are hockey fans.
Well,
they're not known for their class sometimes.
Sometimes some hockey fans are not known for their class. I can't disagree with you there.
All right, and now, Melissa, I could only make it to the end of the second period. I was even falling asleep during the second period. I said,
wow,
right, I can't watch the end of this. It's too bad. And I told Dave, I said, this is what I should have done and didn't do. I should have set my phone alarm for about 10:45.
Yep.
Have it go off. Okay, wake up, get up, and watch the last 5 minutes of the game.
Right.
That's what I should have done.
But it didn't end until 11:30 last night.
Well, that's right. The game is just so ridiculous.
There I am.
It doesn't. The game said it was going to start at 8. No, that's when the national anthems and the booing took place.
Right, yeah.
And we're going to have the color guard walk out, and everybody's got and their brother's going to be introduced. The game really started at 8:25.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I'm like, this drives me nuts that it's starting so late. But that's the way it goes. Good sellout crowd there though last night. So that's what happened. And then the Canadians won. So there you go. Next year,
yes,
we're on to the Olympics. The NHL is going to take a break.
Yeah.
And the NHL stars, the players, are going to go play for their home countries,
Right.
and go for the gold.
And some of them will come back and play the rest of the season.
And then they'll come back and play like they're doing right now. So
Right.
there you go. Mardi Gras coronation.
Yeah,
is
speaking
Sunday.
of sellouts.
This
Speaking of
Sunday.
sellouts, yeah.
Now, the coronation's not a sellout,
Yeah.
according to what I'm reading here.
Okay.
But the Mardi Gras ball has been a sellout for quite some time already.
Oh, fantastic.
Denise and I went, whew, we're going.
Got your tickets. All right.
But I'm telling you, only because of good friends are we going, because it's a sellout.
Oops.
Mm-hmm.
I slept on that one. That was yikes.
Oops. All right.
Well,
But
if
there
you
are-
really want to go, you can go with Denise and I'll stay home. I mean, but that's what's going to happen for you. to
If
get
anyone
there.
has an extra ticket out there, I'll take it off your hands.
But there are
just saying.
three women running for Mardi Gras queen.
Yep.
Yeah, and you know, we've been having the announcements on from Dominic. Been running around the clock for weeks now, and all the information there. And this one's on me because I really. You know how you get caught in the day-to-day and you're busy doing this and you're worried about that, and the day goes by and you lose focus on some things. But the Mardi Gras, when we first started talking about it in the early part of January, was so far away, I didn't worry about it right away. But then, like, I wake up this morning, I say, it's Sunday, where they're going to announce the Mardi Gras queen. I originally had ideas that we're going to bring out all the contestants on the air and interview them, and let them make messages and buy the tickets and all the rest of that sort of thing. So that's on me, folks. Sorry about that, but I do want to devote a good hunk of today's time to talking about the Mardi Gras Queens. The Mardi Gras Queens coronation event is this Sunday at 5 p.m. at the Italian Workmen's Club at 947 Diamond Hill Road. Now, there's a full Italian buffet. Would you expect anything else but an Italian
Right,
buffet?
right.
That's all they allow
At
through
the
the doors.
Italian Workmen's Club. Now, you can still get tickets for this. They're only $20. Nice buffet. You got music, you got dancing, you got Queens contestants, all the rest of that stuff. And the tickets are available from any Queens contestant, or I'll give you some telephone numbers in a little bit so you can contact as well. Mardi Gras Brawl, I can't help you with because it's already a big sellout. And I'm very happy about that because it's the biggest place we have around here.
It is.
St. Anne's is the
Always
biggest
beautifully
for rent hall.
decorated. It's just always a fun time.
Yeah.
There's just, yeah.
They do such a wonderful job. So we're going to continue. We're going to take a break now because I don't want to get halfway into this and then have to take the break. So that's the setup for that. I'm going to give you telephone numbers that you can call, and then we're going to talk about our Queens contestants in detail. And I'm reading from the Northern Rhode Island Council of the Arts website to give me all this information here. So we'll take the break now.
All right,
Oh,
thank you.
yes, and Northern Rhode Island Chamber of Commerce, 334-1000. Call them at 9.
Very good.
Clean off all the salt and dirt that's attacking your car this winter. Go to Executive Auto Wash in Woonsocket. They have a special going on right now. Sign up for any one of their monthly unlimited washes, and the first month is only $10. This is for new members only. The monthly special includes your choice of the Platinum, the Works, the Deluxe, or the Express car washes. Monthly unlimited washes at Executive Auto Wash means washing your car as many times as you want or need per month. And you can cancel anytime with no cancellation fee. And as part of the monthly unlimited car washes, you can vacuum your car for free. Clean off that car today at Executive Auto Wash, located at the intersection of Privilege, Winter, and Pond Streets right here in Woonsocket.
Just hearing the word IRS can make people break out in a cold sweat. No one wants to deal with the IRS, and now you don't have to. The good news is Legal Tax Defense has been successfully negotiating with the IRS for more than 15 years. It doesn't matter how much you owe, whether it's $5,000 or $5 million. You deserve the best in the business on your side, and that is Legal Tax Defense. Even if you're working with someone else and just want a second opinion, there is no cost or obligation to call. They can prevent levies, liens, wage garnishments, even file back tax returns And the best news about Legal Tax Defense is they won't take your case unless they know they will reduce or eliminate your tax debt. Call Legal Tax Defense right now for a free no-risk consultation. 800-472-0467. 800-472-0467. You have nothing to lose but everything to gain. 800-472-0467.
The Coffee and Panel is enjoying coffee from Down East Coffee Roasters. All their coffee is roasted right here in Rhode Island. Down East Coffee Roasters is available at all Little General stores.
ON Radio.
It's Coffee and on ON. Thanks for joining us on this Friday morning. It's February 21st. I'm Joe Callahan. Melissa Murray's here. Dave Richards is here. And we're getting into the Mardi Gras queens that are running for queen. And their coronation will be this Sunday, February 23rd. We've got 3 contestants, Dave.
Yes, we do. And in alphabetical order by their last names, because while all 3 of these ladies are very well known to me, and 2 are very close friends. We are not favoring anyone. The station's not espousing anything. And when we're reading all this stuff, I just want everybody to understand that we're reading it right off the site. It's alphabetically ordered, and we'll tell you just what they written down over there. All right? Well, the first one is Desiree Archambault, A being, the first one. Is a lifelong resident of the community of Woonsocket and is a graduate of Woonsocket High School. She has strong ties to the Woonsocket and Blackstone Valley communities as a 23-plus year employee of Cellos.
Wow.
Yeah.
The same cellos?
Yeah.
Right here in Woonsocket?
Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Good for her.
As a matter of fact, when you go into the entranceway, they do have...
Signs up, yeah.
Yeah, they do have signs up for Desiree. So anyway, she was a parishioner of the former St. Anne's Church, where she participated in the children's choir and remembers the beauty of the artwork, the frescoes that cover the ceiling and walls, and she remembers the stories of the parishioners and members of the community of Woonsocket who posed as models for the artist way back when, and remembers the story of how a community came together for a common goal. And she was crowned as a Mardi Gras Queen in 2022 and marched proudly in the Woonsocket Autumn Fest Parade in 22 and 23, representing the Northern Rhode Island Council of the Arts, her community, her family, and cellos of Woonsocket. And she has continued to support Mardi Gras and events such as the Fresco Italiano Night of the Arts, when NRICA awards scholarships and holds art contests for the Woonsocket and Cumberland, all done in the very church that she sang and admired the arts as a child. Now, she is one of 7 siblings that all still reside in the city of Woonsocket. She's daughter of Linda Archambault and the late Morris Boudreau. Desiree is the mother of 4 children, proud grandmother of 4 grandchildren, and 1 foster child. And Desiree has decided to run for 2025 Mardi Gras Queen once again, as the 30th year is celebrated, and wants to help one more time before she moves on to the next new chapter of her life, being honored, once again represent her community, NRICA, family, and cellos, while raising funds for scholarships in the arts at the 30th Mardi Gras Queen 2025. That's Desiree Archambault. All right. Any comments before I move on? Okay.
I've seen her picture.
I was about to say the same thing. She does not look.
We've known her
old
for a
enough
long
to be-
time.
She
To be a
looks.
grandmother, right?
Yeah, she
It
looks
just-
so young.
I'm like,
Yeah.
that really surprised me.
Yeah.
A grandmother? Wow.
Yep. Okay.
All right.
Our next contestant alphabetically is Trudy Lamoureux, or, as she says, Trudy Lamoureux.
Yes.
Yes, she's got a very heavy French accent and very, very involved in all. She's a retired freelance writer and has been a member and officer of the Richelieu Club for over 40 years. Among her accomplishments, she has spearheaded the Jubilee Franco-American, was named Business and Professional Woman of the Year in 1997, was a Precious Blood Church Rectory assistant. Among her hobbies, she notes that she is an expert crocheter. She has traveled through all 50 states in a motorhome for 1 year through the Camperama magazine, and she is currently writing a book about Precious Blood Church. Trudy is running for Mardi Gras Queen to help support the students interested in applying for NRICA art scholarships, and has 2 daughters, Lenore and Yvette, and grandchildren, Emile, Eddie, and Evan. That's Trudy Lamoureux.
Good for her. And there are people that love to travel around the country in RVs.
Yeah.
And if you got the wherewithal to do it and the money and the time,
Yeah.
man, I would love to do something
I would love
like
to
that.
do that too.
That
Would
just
you?
sounds
Yeah.
like so much fun.
Trudy was my neighbor on Prospect Street for a very long time.
Yeah.
I mean, neither of us live on Prospect Street anymore, but yes, her, family was a fixture on Prospect Street, and
All right.
always
Very
did the Christmas, like putting up all the tree. There was a tree in every room, like she would do. That it was that huge house on the corner.
Okay.
And there was a tree in every room, and each room had a different theme. It was incredible. I don't know, they started like before Halloween.
How do
but
you do that?
I know.
Start
It was a
summertime.
lot.
But isn't it marvelous when you can do that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's great. All right.
And now,
Third?
our third Queen's contestant, one of which will be crowned on Sunday evening, is Jean R. Michon. Now, we all know Jean. She's
Yes,
been
we
here
do.
on the show before. She's the executive director and the chef at New Beginnings, the local kitchen to feed the whole person from mind, body, soul, heart, to stomach. That's a quote from Jean. She volunteers for several organizations, including Downtown Woonsocket Collaborative, Autumn Fest, the Rotary Club, a former board member, and Woonsocket Tots, also a former board member of that organization. She was honored in 2022 with the Autumn Fest Grand Marshal Award, as well as Rotary Club Vocational Award winner. Jean has entered the Mardi Gras Queen contest to help raise money for scholarships to give back to students in the city. She has many interests, including cooking, cooking, gardening, swimming, going to the movies, shopping, couponing, and rescuing animals.
A woman
Jean-
after my own heart.
There you go. Jean is married to Robert P. Michon and has a daughter, Aubrey R. Michon. That's Jean R. Michon. Those are our three candidates for Mardi Gras Queen. The Mardi Gras Queen, by today's rules, will be selecting the king of the Mardi Gras.
Yes.
Which is something new they've just done for the last few years, which is why you haven't heard an awful lot about Mardi Gras, because it used to be when I was doing the 17 kings I chose and groomed and got around and got the questions out and the promotional announcements and everything else. That's why I'm
King
off my
Jace.
game.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm off my game because I was just always swept into Mardi Gras early in the year, and we had a lot of things on the air about it. And I just feel bad that we haven't had quite so much talking up as I would have expected. And I vowed to do better next year. So anyway, this is my make good on all of it. Those are all of our Mardi Gras Queens. You can still vote for Mardi Gras Queen, and one of the ways that you vote is by buying tickets from them. And you can still buy tickets for the Sunday's event, not the Mardi Gras ball, but the Sunday's event, and you can buy tickets directly from any of the queens. So you could go and see Desiree at Cello's. I don't know. Well, yeah, Trudy's in the book. You could call Trudy. And you could see Jean at New Beginnings. They're still at St. James on Hamlet Avenue. So you could do that. Or you could get other raffle tickets and stuff like that. The tickets to Coronation or raffle tickets. If you need information on the contestants, you need their numbers or something else like that, there are two telephone numbers I'm going to give you now. I'm going to repeat them 3 times. There are 2 telephone numbers. Write one of them down. Whomever answers will be able to help you so you can be part of the coronation this coming weekend. And that is 401-257-5797 or 401-468-9380. Once again, they're both 401 numbers. I'm not going to repeat that part. 257-5797. That's easy to remember. Or 486-9380. Once again for the last time, and if you call the station, we'll repeat them to you, but I can't do it on the air anymore. 257-5797 or 486-9380. Mardi Gras Queen Coronation, 5 o'clock this Sunday at the Italian Workingmen's Club. I'm going to be there. So will the fabulous Denise.
Very good. Thanks for that information there, Dave. All right, moving on to other things going on newsworthy-wise. That state rep that we've been telling you about, Enrique Sanchez, is under a court order to install a breathalyzer in his car in order to keep a so-called hardship driver's license. So it means he can only drive from his home to work and medical appointments, and I guess to the State House as well. Can I play devil's advocate on this?
Absolutely.
Sounds like he's already been convicted when he hasn't been.
It could have been.
Do you see it that way? Because the court is saying, "Oh, you must." Yes, you were arrested for DUI.
Yep.
He pleads not guilty. Yet the court says you must use a breathalyzer in order to drive your car.
I mean, that's the deal that they made. Okay, you.
But did he make it? Is he okay with this, or was
who-
he just
who-
told this
who
is
knows?
what's going to happen?
Who knows? They probably said, "Well, we can let you keep your license, but you got to do this, this, and this." I mean, then what are
Yeah.
you going to say? No, I'm not going to do it. Then you don't get to keep your license.
Yeah, but it just sounds like, all right, we've already convicted you, and here's part of your sentence, yet the trial hasn't started yet. It just pops up in my head every once in a while, and I understand why they're doing it. I know why they're doing it, and is it a good thing? It probably is.
Yeah.
But it just seems like they're putting the horse before the cart.
Well,
We already think you're guilty. You probably will be guilty. So let's start doing this right now.
as my mom likes to say, and my grandmother liked
What's
to
that?
say, plant corn, get corn.
Yeah, that's usually what happens, right?
And
Okay.
occasionally some thistles and stuff like that, dandelions. 'Cause they just interlope.
All right, not good news if you know anybody in your family that happens to be a student at URI. Tuition's going up.
Tell me what's not going up, Joe.
Oh, let's see.
You know, we had to raise our advertising rates this year. I hate doing it, but you gotta. I mean, because the electric company doesn't take a thank you and a handshake, you know, and the electric rates are going up.
Yeah, tuition at URI going up 3.5%.
Wow.
Starting this coming fall. That's both in-state and out-of-state students. Sometimes they split it up and say, okay, 2% for in-state, 5% for the out-of-state, but
Yeah.
that's not the way it's working out right now. And their fees are going up too. So there's tuition and then there's fees.
Yep.
The fees are going up by less than 1%. So yet that's the majority of what you're paying.
Just
is
to
the
cover
fees.
administrative,
Yep.
probably. Yeah.
And URI is going to increase its financial aid budget. Okay, that's good. Over $156
Well,
million.
they've got endowments. They can
Yeah.
try to mitigate the increases by helping a few more students.
But since URI is increasing their tuition, does that mean Rick and CCRI will follow suit within the next couple of days?
I predict.
I do too.
Yeah,
I can see it
probably.
coming.
Probably.
Here comes the next press release.
They're all in the same basic corporate structure.
Yeah, they're all, that's right.
They're like divisions of the same company.
Yeah, and if one does one thing,
Not really, but
but they all, but when they raise tuition, they all tend to do it at the same time.
yeah, right.
You never
right.
see where just one does it and the other two don't, or
Right.
2 out of 3.
Hopefully
do it
not,
kind
but
of thing.
we'll see what happens.
All right. Melissa told me about this yesterday, and it's about the strike at Stop and Shop. It's like, hey,
We've been seeing this coming
they
for last
mean it.
week.
Now it's all because the distribution
The
center.
Teamsters have been very, very angry, and they've been releasing some.
Yeah,
venom.
the distribution center, which is in Freetown, Massachusetts.
That's on the Cape, isn't it?
It's before the Cape.
Before
but
the
it's,
Cape?
if you're going down Route 24, you'll go through it. It's like Berkeley,
Oh, so it's not near Hull or
Fairhaven.
anything,
It's Freetown. It's all in that general area. But they plan on striking at all the stores.
yeah.
Yeah, not just in Massachusetts. That's what I had read.
Yeah, New England.
Because
Or they said Boston.
A-Hold
but
is the
No, it's the company.
foreign company that owns Stop and Shop supermarkets.
Yeah.
And they think, well, you know, we could automate all this stuff and stuff like that, and we don't need all these people. And the supermarket, warehouse workers are all saying, hey,
Now the story we got, Dave, is
but they said, well, it's okay, no problem. Take our new health care plan. You'll love it.
well, that's it. The story
Yeah.
we
That's
have
what it's
isn't
about.
worded quite correctly.
Oh.
It just says forcing workers to give up health care benefits. No, they're not. They are changing their health care benefits. And so we're switching from whatever brand X happens to be over to brand A, which is, well, nice and shiny. But it's going to cost them, the workers,
Yeah.
a lot more money to pay into their health care costs. But that happens with business. I've been with businesses, and
Yeah.
okay, it's open enrollment time, and we're switching from Blue Cross to United.
Yeah.
Happens
You
all the
didn't,
time.
and you didn't have a choice.
Don't do that. Yeah.
Because you weren't in a union.
That's right. Although you had the choice, you want Plan A, Plan B, Plan C. Basically, that's
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
But
that's
we
what I
don't
get
we
too.
don't have the Blue Cross anymore because we've switched over to this. what do you want,
Right,
or
they'll
what do you
just-
don't
right,
want, or
right.
you don't have to take it. But this is what we're offering.
Well, the ownership had labor strife. I think it was 3-4 years ago during the pandemic.
I think it was
with
4 years
the,
ago,
with
yeah.
the workers that are in the stores,
Yeah.
they have not been the same since. I mean, terribly. They've not been the same. It's been so bad there since the strike that they have just the end of last year said, "Oh, well, we're not going to overcharge you anymore. We're dropping prices on everything." Just to try to get people in.
Thousands of
yeah, right. I mean, it's a big
Price.
promotion. We're spending thousands of dollars to advertise the fact that we're not going to charge you too much anymore. And if you hear a little bit of cynicism in what I'm saying, well, you know, I'm a customer and I don't like what I'm seeing, and now they're actually admitting that they were overcharging us. In ads and
Without
stuff
actually
like that.
saying it.
And of course, and they're not taking any ads out on the radio to do it. They're expecting us to do it through the news department. Well, okay, fine. I'm a sucker. I did it. But so it's not like they're attacking me. It's just that they're not paying attention to their customer. Well, let me just back up. There's a phrase I like to use, and I'm going to use it here. You have customers as a business that deals with the public. You have customers and you have victims. And when you start treating your customers as victims, as a source of income and nothing more, that's when they start feeling like victims and your goodwill erodes. Once your goodwill is eroded, you end up being just a big real estate company with lots of holdings, which is basically what they are.
All right, we're going to take a break on the Coffee and program. More coming your way, of course. Comments and questions can be called in at 766-1240. It's time for the weather forecast being brought to you by the
I'll read it for you,
Mine
Joe.
Safety and Health Administration.
With gusts.
Sunny skies, but windy and cold. A high of 32, wind chills below freezing with northwest winds up to 30 miles per hour. Tonight, mostly clear skies, overnight low of 12. Saturday's weather, sunshine and 37 and a light breeze. Sunday, mostly sunny and 39. Monday, partly sunny skies and 42 with a calm wind. Tuesday, a 30% chance of some rain, mostly cloudy skies, but a high near 49. Wednesday, mostly sunny skies, high of 47. And Thursday, a chance of rain again, mostly cloudy with a high of 47 degrees.
Outside the Navigant Credit Union broadcast studio at the corner of Park Ave and Kennedy Street, we do have sunny skies with 23 degrees.
Mine Safety and Health Administration reminds you, Joe, that mining accidents and injuries are preventable. Staying alert and focused can help keep you safe. Take time. Save lives. Visit MSHA.gov.
In a world where good food, friendly faces, and unforgettable memories collide, there's one place that stands out from the rest. Gators Pub is proudly celebrating 35 years of excellence in North Smithfield. Join us at Gators Pub, where every visit feels like coming home. Our secret to success? It's simple. Our super friendly staff and mouth-watering dishes prepared fresh daily by our talented chefs. Sink your teeth into our delectable lunch specials from Monday through Thursday and savor complimentary soup to warm your soul. Enjoy the game day excitement with multiple TVs showing the Boston Red Sox while indulging in classic appetizers like our famous potato skins and pita chips. Looking for a lively atmosphere to watch volleyball games? Look no further. Pair it with our juicy burgers or the latest cocktail creations to elevate your experience. Gators Pub, your ultimate destination for good times and great food. Come and celebrate with us at Gators Pub on Route 102, just a mile before Wright's Chicken Farm. Make every moment memorable at Gators Pub, where good friends and great flavors meet. Remember, there are no strangers at Gators Pub, just good friends you haven't met yet.
Lou Mandeville here to tell you the only place to get your local high school and college scores, as well as the Pats, Bruins, Celtics, and Sox is on my morning sports reports. And they are right here on ON 1240, Monday through Friday on the Morning Fun Show.
And it's Coffee Ann on ON Radio. Thanks for joining us. Joe Callahan with Melissa Murray, Dave Richards. And this segment of Coffee Ann is sponsored by the Valley Breeze newspaper, which Dave happens to have in his hand.
I certainly do, Joe. And in my hands, I have a picture of the, my goodness, Ron Carlstrom of Cumberland posing with Shaquille O'Neal during a filming of an Icy Hot commercial in Georgia. Why would you have that there? Well, he's from Cumberland.
Shaq.
And he went to Georgia, and he's standing next to...
Shaq's not from Cumberland.
Well, yeah, but you know...
But the other guy is.
A commercial. He got to be an extra in a TV commercial that Shaq was filming, and unless my eyes deceive me, it's a commercial for Wally World.
No, Icy Hot.
Well, Icy Hot at Wally World.
Oh, well, probably.
Well, I mean, they're standing in pretty clearly.
It's definitely Walmart.
If it's that, yeah. Okay. I'm blue vest, name tag.
Look at those prices in the background. Oh, yeah, that's definitely them.
So anyway, well, that's kind of cool, right? And Sophia Barr has a great story in here from Lincoln about former town engineer Leslie Quish has made history as the town's first female Department of Public Works director. Isn't that nice, following the retirement of longtime DPW director Mike Gagnon last summer. Cooler, the Big Reel Media teaming up with Shaq for the Icy Hot commercial. Ethan Shorey has the story behind the story on that photo that we just talked about. And Ethan also has a story about It's All Official. All Cumberland High School students now are subject to alcohol checks. Well, that's something that's going on.
At events.
Yikes.
At events.
At events.
At
not coming into the school, but dances and
Well,
socials.
that would slow down the procession to class, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
Yes.
it would.
All right. I now hold in my
I
hand.
thought they already did it. But now it's official. Okay.
I now hold in my hands a copy of the North Smithfield, Woonsocket, and Blackstone edition of this week's Valley Breeze. Corey Plant writes from North Smithfield about a dress to remember. The North Smithfield High School senior will host major prom dress drive.
Oh, I hope Melissa Smith is listening. Because she took her daughter, I don't know if you heard it, she took her daughter prom dress shopping.
Yeah.
Not in North Smithfield.
Right.
And then she put on her daughter put on a dress, thought it looked great. What's the price on that? $1,000.
Oh my goodness.
$1,000. Okay, put it
My
back.
word.
We got to look at something else. So this is a
Yeah.
great idea.
It
that,
is.
That they're doing
It
for
is.
prom dresses here.
Recycling prom dresses. I mean,
Yes.
after all, what, you wear it once?
Yes.
You know, so there.
Maybe twice.
Maybe twice?
Well, the next year.
Okay.
No.
Oh, okay. You don't do that either.
Corey Plant also writes about Woonsocket City Council's vote to end affordable housing tax caps, sparking a lively discussion. The headline says debate. And in North Smithfield, the boards tackle the big quarry questions. DeCristofaro's picture is in here as well. You just got to read the story, get the whole thing because it's rather involved. Plus, ads from fantastic local businesses that we all know, love, and work with, and that's the Valley Breeze. And I can say on the air, folks, that coming up in a little over a month from now, is it? Yeah. You'll be seeing the Radio Squares game cards.
Oh, cool.
Officially in the Valley Breeze newspapers and exclusively in the Valley Breeze newspapers. Another reason, of course, always to pick up your Valley Breeze. You do it all year long, but for that 1 month of April, we'll be playing Radio Squares, our little radio bingo style game, and you'll get your cards absolutely free in the Valley Breeze so you can play along and win fabulous prizes.
Speaking of fabulous prizes, it's time for the drawing for the Milk
we're
Fund
giving away
calendar
cash.
raffle. And today's winner wins a $25 gift card to CVS Pharmacy at anyone
be
you feel
cool.
like going to. So,
Can
Dave-
I draw today?
Sure. There you
All
go. Pull one out and see who wins the $25
There
gift
it
card
is.
at CVS. Who do you got, Dave?
The winner for today, the 21st of February, Doreen Brissett of Hero Avenue in Woonsocket. Hero Avenue in Woonsocket. Doreen Brissett will be calling you to tell you to come by and pick up your Milk Fund calendar prize. And do we want to do...
Saturdays and Sundays and Mondays? Well, not Monday.
No.
We can do Saturday if you want.
Do you want to do Saturday and Sundays? I mean, that was so much fun.
All right, let's do two more. Saturday's certificate is a $50 gift card to Best Buy. And that's donated by
good one.
State Rep Steve Casey.
Well, how about State Senator Melissa Murray doing the drawing?
All right.
And...
Oh, Robert Brouillard Jr., Beach
hey,
Street.
Paul Brouillard.
Yep.
I know this guy. As a
All
matter of
right,
fact,
great.
he bought his
Congratulations,
calendar
Bob.
right here at the radio station. I saw him when
Awesome.
he came in. We were talking about it.
All right.
Bob, of course, of the Firehouse Pizza Shops.
And for now Sunday,
Free plug, Bob.
here for Sunday, pull one out. The prize is a $100 gift card to Amazon.
All right.
100. So,
All right, Joe,
Make
you
a
reach
good
in
one,
there.
Joe.
Oh.
You reach in there and pull out one stub from one of the Milk Fund calendars that was sold. And what's the name on that one?
I think it's her birthday today, or was it yesterday? Nancy Phillips.
Nancy Phillips. Her birthday
know
was
her.
yesterday.
It was
Or was it?
yesterday.
No,
Or
wait
is
a
it
minute. No,
today?
it's this weekend.
Or it's coming up.
You've got it over there. I think it's tomorrow or Sunday. Nancy
We
Phillips.
don't know.
Talk amongst yourselves there
Yeah.
for a minute.
So
It's soonish.
Soon.
I announced it today, but it wasn't today. It's actually Sunday. I'm sure of it now. Sunday the 22nd, 23rd. 23rd,
Yes,
right?
it's on Sunday the 23rd.
Sunday the
Oh,
23rd.
and you pulled her name for the Sunday drawing. So,
Wow.
happy birthday, Nancy.
How wonderful is that? Huh? All right.
Right.
All right. Very good. So, all right. There we go. Those to the side.
Contest season continues here on ON Radio.
All right. I bring up the next story only because it affects absolutely nobody here, but it's funny. And it happened in Massachusetts. And, we have Bob and Sherry on, and they have a regular feature called Morons in the News. And here we go.
Joe's favorite.
Maybe this will
Yeah,
make it
yeah.
into Morons in the News. And this happened in Stoneham, Massachusetts. A 54-year-old man is charged with armed robbery while wearing a mask. And Stoneham police responded to a reported robbery on Thursday afternoon at the Citizens Bank.
Okay.
The Citizens Bank is inside the Stop and Shop supermarket.
Oh my
There's
God.
just way too many people around to
No
see what
one
you're
will
doing.
know.
Oh, no one will notice
No
me
one
wearing
will
the mask
recognize
at the
me.
counter of the Citizens Bank. The suspect, he's a local resident up there in Stoneham.
a local one.
Yeah, Mark Emerald allegedly passed a note to the teller while wearing a mask, demanding cash, claiming to have a gun. He was arrested a few hours after the holdup.
Let me go to my local supermarket where I buy my groceries. No one will know me there
It was a fun
because I'll have a mask
a
on.
mess, and they'll never recognize me. The funny morons in the news today. Someone was stealing stuff from like a Dollar General down in Florida, and like the cashier or somebody told them to stop. You got to pay for those. He had a bag of Doritos or something, and he smacked her across the face with the bag. Gave her a little cut, So I mean, hit him with some force. Okay, they call. He gets away, gets the car, drives away. They call the police. They come down. He didn't take the bag of Doritos or the chips with him. He's not wearing gloves. They got his DNA.
Fingerprints
off-
right on the
off-
plastic
off
bag.
the bag.
Perfect.
And then they went and arrested him. I said, "Oh, that's brilliant." All right.
You know what holds fingerprints really well?
What's that?
Plastic bags and
Yeah.
garbage bags
Yeah.
and things like that.
People don't realize that.
Oh
so.
no.
All right, we have a woman from Providence. She was sentenced in a conspiracy because she was found guilty in a conspiracy to, and you hear about this a lot, to smuggle contraband into the Wyatt Detention Center down there in Central Falls. 32-year-old Yahaira Contreras admitted to working with others. She was to smuggle in more than 200 Suboxone.
Suboxone, yeah.
That's a pretty powerful drug, isn't it?
It is. It's usually something that people take to
Pain
keep
relief?
themselves to keep themselves off of opiates.
Okay, so it's 200 Suboxone strips, not pills, but like strips of paper, I guess, into the prison. She'll spend 2 years on federal supervised release with the first month on home detention with a GPS monitoring. She's not going into any prison.
Yeah, that's pretty light.
Yeah, she was also fined $1,500. It's not really a
also
lot.
pretty
but,
light, yep.
Co-conspirator and former correctional officer Kai Almeida Falcones has already been sentenced to 6 months in federal prison. He's behind bars.
That's the one they're gonna go for.
I know, and we keep
Maybe
hearing-
she had a plea to give up
Maybe.
the other folks, right?
and testify against them. Sure.
Yeah.
You see, we watch
Home
Law and Order. We know how to do this.
I was just thinking of Law and Order.
Who do I have to rat out? All right.
What's on the table for me?
That's right. That's right. All this good stuff we're going to know if we're ever arrested, Melissa. All right. And now this happened up in Boston, and you don't normally see this happen. There's a flight coming in from Paris from Paris. They were landing in Boston last night. And after a review of the manifest, it revealed that one of the members of the crew, not a passenger, but the crew, had an outstanding warrant in North Carolina. Wow.
Wow.
So Mass State Police were waiting for you. As soon as you landed, they arrested 33-year-old, and he's a resident of Ohio, Jeremy Gudorf, as a fugitive from justice. He'll be arraigned today in East Boston District Court. They do not tell us what the outstanding warrant is in North Carolina.
Wow.
But wow, that's something you don't normally see.
Yeah, right.
Flying in.
I wonder what he did.
Yeah, it makes you wonder, because he's from Ohio. What did you do in North Carolina? And now here you are landing in Boston, probably not anticipating seeing the Mass State Police waiting for you.
It had to have been pretty serious for them to, for it to go down like this, because.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, now he's leaving the country.
Oh,
Yikes.
right.
Here he is coming back, but now he's a flight risk.
Yep.
Another good Law and Order.
Yes.
Thing we picked up. Oh, no, they're a flight risk. Let's bump up that bail. All right, we've got to take a break here on the Coffee and program. More coming up, and this segment of Coffee and has been sponsored by the Valley Breeze newspaper.
Hey there, Blackstone Valley. The Valley Breeze is bringing back the Voices of the Valley Awards, and we want you to be a part of it. Who's got the best burger? The coolest hidden gem in town? You decide. Nominate and vote for your local favorites and help crown the best businesses, people, and places in this exciting community competition. Visit voicesofthevalley.net to learn more and vote daily for a chance to win cash prizes. That's voicesofthevalley.net.
Every winter, the state of Rhode Island prepares for the winter season, and we want you to be prepared as well. At the Rhode Island Emergency Management Agency, our top priority is keeping everyone safe, so we want to remind you to be prepared for the ice, cold, and snow. Keep an emergency supply kit, have a communications plan, and stay informed. Find more information at riema.ri.gov or visit us on social media. Brought to you by the Rhode Island Emergency Management Agency and the Rhode Island Broadcasters Association.
Just hearing the word IRS can make people break out in a cold sweat. No one wants to deal with the IRS, and now you don't have to. The good news is Legal Tax Defense has been successfully negotiating with the IRS for more than 15 years. It doesn't matter how much you owe, whether it's $5,000 or $5 million. You deserve the best in the business on your side, and that is Legal Tax Defense. Even if you're working with someone else and just want a second opinion, there is no cost or obligation to call. They can prevent levies, liens, wage garnishments, even file back tax returns. And the best news about Legal Tax Defense is they won't take your case unless they know they will reduce or eliminate your tax debt. Call Legal Tax Defense right now for a free no-risk consultation. 800-472-0467. 800-472-0467. You have nothing to lose but everything to gain. 800-472-0467.
Northern Rhode Island Council of the Arts is celebrating 30 years of Mardi Gras. The coronation of the Queen is February 23rd and includes an Italian buffet. Tickets $20. The Mardi Gras Ball is March 1st, includes a Creole Cajun buffet, and will feature the Squeeze Box Stompers. Tickets $35. Tickets can be purchased from any Queen contestant or at Missy's Family Restaurant, Cello's, Timeless Antiques, Pine Swamp Place, Belo's Flowers, The Honey Shop, Creative Impressions, Vos True Value Hardware, or call 401-486-9380 or 401-257-5797.
All right, Dominic, thanks. And the Coffee and program continues. I'm Joe Callahan. Dave Richards here. Melissa Murray is here. And speaking of another crazy story out of Boston, an investigation is underway after a woman woke up alone in a closed Boston bar. She has no idea how she ended up there.
Oh, no.
The incident in question happened last September, so this isn't anything really new. But last September, when the woman called police, it was after 2 in the morning, and reported that she woke up alone inside a bathroom at Ned Devine's bar. This is at Faneuil Hall.
Yeah,
if you ever been to Faneuil
yes,
Hall.
yeah.
I'm in the bathroom, and I'm locked in. I don't know how I got here. Wow. The woman suspected she had been drugged by a contaminated drink, although her toxicology report revealed no drugs in her system.
Well,
All right.
depending on the time that her toxicology was done and what she
Ingested?
Yeah, it does. They have to do it right away.
So management of Ned Devine's bar says staff has been retrained. You got to check the bathrooms when we're closing up at night.
Right.
Check and clear all spaces before you guys go home.
Yep. She's lucky she woke up. What if, yeah.
Yeah. What if she didn't wake up? That would have been rough. But wow.
What was her blood alcohol level when they found her?
They didn't say.
I see.
Now she says she doesn't remember how she got there. Although she did say she thought
Which
she was
can happen when you've been drinking.
But she said she'd been drugged by a contaminated drink. But she doesn't say she was drinking there. Maybe she was drinking someplace else and then doesn't remember how she got to Faneuil Hall. Doesn't say, Dave. So we don't know.
Yep.
So she gets roofied, goes to the ladies' room,
Passes out.
and stays there. Well,
Yes.
You black out.
hey, believe me, could be a better ending than other
It could have
ones.
been,
Yeah.
it could have been
Right.
a lot worse ending.
Right.
But you would have thought, of course, I don't know what time she went into the ladies' room, but other women
Someone
go into the ladies'
else,
room.
right.
Hey, there's someone laying on the floor.
Maybe it was locked. Who knows, right?
You don't see her feet or anything like that sticking out?
Maybe it was a single,
okay.
when it
Is
was locked. Who
everybody
knows?
paying attention, Joe? I mean, do you pay attention to who's in the stalls when you go in?
I guess I take a glance down.
Oh, all right.
See if there's any. I don't know. But I'm thinking the stalls are so small. If she's passed out, she has to have, unless she's sitting up, I would think she would be tipped over and laying on the floor, but possibly not. So I don't know.
Yeah, who knows?
All right, but that's just bizarre what happened there at that bar in Faneuil Hall. And now, what's believed to be the oldest continuously operating cinema in the U.S. is closing.
Oh, that's the one in what, North Dakota?
No, I was gonna have Melissa guess.
Oh, I'm
Where do
sorry.
you think this could possibly be? And she never would have come up with.
I never would have.
North Dakota,
North Dakota.
Lisbon, North Dakota.
Lisbon. Okay.
It's the Scenic Theater. It's shutting its doors after 114 years
Oh, that's sad.
of showing movies. Wow. Its owner says they're now ready to retire. Yeah, at 114. Yeah. And without it, no one's bought it. Without a new owner, it's unclear what will happen to the theater now.
Right.
The Scenic Theater has only had 4 owners. Wow, since its opened in February 1911.
Wow, that's incredible.
Showing the silent movies back there in 1911.
Yep.
So I don't know if I ever tell you this. This was I don't know. Dave will remember it. I don't know if you'll remember it, Melissa. Darlington Theater in Pawtucket
Yeah.
on Newport Ave.
Right.
You remember it?
Yeah, well, that's the neighborhood, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. You don't remember it. It turned into an old stone bank after a while. But my grandmother had a job there during the silent movies, and her job was to play the piano. The films
to actually
films
play
showed
the
up.
soundtrack.
Yes, the film showed up with the score,
That's right.
and the theaters had to hire someone to play along, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So she was a good musician then.
She was a very good piano player. She
Yeah.
played a piano
You
her
had to.
entire life.
Incredible.
So yeah, so that was I
That's
never
such a
asked
cool
her.
story.
I wish I had asked her how much she got paid to do this, and did you have to do like the 7 o'clock and the 9 o'clock? Were you there all night? I mean, how many shows did you have to do each day, kind of thing. But,
Does anybody remember Jack Cook, who came by and renovated our Stadium Theater, Wurlitzer?
Yeah, he used to come into this.
Well,
Buffy a
Jack
couple of
Jack
times, yeah.
has gone on to the big organ in Sky, but Jack would tell stories. His mother did that very
that, yeah.
job, and he
cool
also
job.
was taught
a cool job,
how to
yeah.
do that job.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't do it for long because
Talkies came.
because of his age, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the talkies came in. There wasn't much call for it anymore, but that's his mother did, and that's how he started learning the keyboards from his mom. Yeah. Hey, by the way, the show's getting on. We haven't mentioned what's going on at Post 85.
Oh, that's right. Rich isn't here, as you
Oh, that's
have not
right.
heard.
I'll pinch it. I don't have a red rooster on my cap.
All right.
But I can take care of that for you. Coming up tonight, February 21st, 6 p.m., we have Acoustic Fun at Post 85 on River Street with Christine and special guest Tim Benjamin. And Tim wears a microphone and a very funny hat. Christine's just a very lovely girl. And they'll be doing Acoustic Fun there. And, of course, you'll be able to get any of your favorite libations right next door at the draw at the bar there. It's always very nice, cozy, and warm situation at Post 85. That's Friday night. Acoustic Fun tonight. On Sunday, this is going to be cool. This could be your preliminary to going to the coronation later in the day, because the fun starts at 3 on Sunday.
Okay.
10 prizes per table. Table 1 starts at 3 p.m. All prizes are meat. It's a meat raffle. All right?
I love you led up to that. All prizes are meat.
Yep. Table 2 goes at 4 p.m. All prizes are meat. Table 3 starts immediately after table 2 sells, and it's meat, gift cards, and more. I'm in the market for more myself. So anyway, separate tickets for each table. Tickets are $7 for $5. That's pretty good, huh? And the meats are from the International Meats in Pawtucket, open to the public at American Legion Post 85, 870 River Street in Woonsocket, Sunday afternoon beginning at 3. Be there or be square.
All right, thanks, Dave. Now, Melissa, you got a lot of bills to look at down there at the State House.
Yeah, a few.
Yeah, and she comes back home and she's got the same ones we have.
Maybe you're.
That's right.
Here you have to thank your lucky stars that you're not in Minnesota. The Minnesota Senate is, and maybe you will have to do this.
Don't jinx me.
Because they'll say, hey, that's a good idea. The Minnesota Senate is considering a bill that will ban the use of AI technology that can alter an image and make a person appear naked.
Yeah, that's not good.
The nudification legislation calls for a penalty of $500,000. Wow. For each unlawful access or download of these altered images. The Senate Judiciary and Public Safety Committee heard testimony yesterday from people warning about the technology. A vote was not taken, and the measure could be included in a larger public safety bill.
It's a feeding frenzy for
So
AI.
it is, and we have a new committee in the Senate that has to do with AI and technology, and I wouldn't be surprised if they had a similar initiative up in front of them.
Well, they're called fakes, and they've been going on forever.
Right. But it's
but now with AI, with AI, they're really, really good.
Yeah.
When I say really good, no, you could take that the wrong way. I mean, they're really hard to tell from real.
I've been the unfortunate recipient of one of those, not with my face on it, but with someone else's face on it, which was really obvious that it wasn't their body. It was sent to me during a council meeting when I was a city councilor. But also...
So it's been around for a while, but now with AI...
Yeah, right. It's called the nudification
legislation.
Okay, I think I probably would have called it.
That's not the
something else, right?
That's not the real name of it.
Oh, that's not the name of
the. It's not in quotes and it's not in capital letters.
Okay,
that's just how they're referring.
I was like, I think I would have named that bill something else.
Oh, okay.
Like the
Now, before you shout out, Joe, that's Rhode Island. Yeah. Where are the worst bridges in the United States?
Oh, not Rhode Island
it's
anymore.
It's not Rhode Island.
It's not Rhode Island
anymore.
Okay.
Because look at all the bridges we're replacing.
Yeah, no. You want to take a guess what state has the worst? I think you'll be surprised. They might have read it, so you might know.
Not New York?
No, it's Iowa. Iowa has the worst bridges. That's according to a report from the American Road and Transportation Builders Association. It says that state, the state has identified almost 15,000 bridges that need repair.
Yikes.
It doesn't make
Considering they have 15,025 bridges in the state.
You wouldn't think they'd have that many bridges with all that cornfield out there in Iowa.
Well, no, drainage ditches. You got a bridge over every drainage ditch.
Right.
For irrigation and stuff.
Highways, clover,
Yeah.
Of the 23,000 plus bridges in the state, about 19% are deemed structurally deficient. Yikes.
Well,
you got to be careful driving through Iowa.
I mean, that's the story in a lot think right now, but
they're at the top.
Wouldn't think they would be at the top.
All right, this one's for Dave. Let's see. Creative control of James Bond is now going to Amazon MGM Studios.
Yeah, could only get worse. Yeah.
Amazon and the Broccoli family.
That's broccoli. That's broccoli. Okay.
Just like the vegetable.
Well, that was his name.
Are forming a new joint venture that will house the franchise's intellectual property rights. Michael G. Wilson and Barbara Broccoli are family members of Albert Broccoli, who helped bring James Bond to prominence on the big screen and will remain co-owners. This all comes as the last James Bond film, which was released in 2021, and Daniel Craig retired from the role after the release of No Time to Die. So there's a new James Bond coming, Dave. I don't think they're going to go back to the Roger Moore days.
Well, that's too bad.
The last I heard, the new James Bond will be a woman.
Well, fine. Who cares?
Okay.
I mean,
I'm just saying.
Jane?
Yeah, well, obviously, yeah, they'll have to change her name, yeah.
But yeah, that's that. I have no opinion about that because
No?
a woman can play it, a man can play it. It doesn't make any difference. You know, it's just like, okay, fine.
Keep John Cleese's cue, because that was a brilliant move.
Yeah, well, he was. Well, the deal is that the James Bond franchise has been becoming less and less valuable as time has gone along because
Well, they wanna shake it up, so
They made a big shift when they picked up Daniel. What's his name?
Daniel Craig.
Craig.
Yeah. He.
Do it like this.
It became the tortured soul James Bond in order to gather interest in many,
The backstory.
usually
Yeah.
predominantly female audiences that like soap operas and stuff like this. And it's a proven winning formula. So they took James Bond and gave it that formula.
As opposed to tongue-in-cheek.
Well,
Roger Moore.
well, maybe you went too far on the tongue in cheek, but I don't pretend to know what's right. But as a consumer of James Bond films, as someone who used to go to every one of them, who actually owns everything up to but not including Daniel Craig. Didn't care for his work.
Okay.
Didn't care for what they did with the character while he was playing it and all the rest of that stuff. It's not entertaining to me anymore. And so they lost me, and I hear that comment from an awful lot of other people. So they have to do something to spice it up. Why not get the money from Amazon to do it? Because if you've got a failing franchise, you need someone else to come in, throw in some money, and kick it in the butt. This time, it's Amazon.
Mark,
And they already own everything anyway, so no big deal.
All right, we got to run, but the one last thing, starting on Monday, February 24th, if you're into this thing, CBS starts a new soap opera called Beyond the Gates. You want to get in on the ground floor on this, baby.
Okay.
Beyond the Gates, what is it, a soap opera in heaven?
No, I don't know.
I'm thinking of Beyond the Gates. I'm thinking, what does the name mean?
Oh, it's probably a gated
It's
community.
a gated community.
Right.
Yeah.
A gated
it features
community.
the Dupree family, an affluent African-American family, and a posh gated community.
I don't understand why Procter & Gamble didn't make a series out of the Californians from Saturday Night Live. It was it was just as annoying as anything else they put out.
All right, we got to run. Thank you very much for listening in. Dave, thanks for being here.
I'll see you on the 420 later.
All right.
Thanks for being here. Bye.
All right. Melissa, thanks for joining us as well.
Thank you for having me. Have a great weekend, everybody.
right.
Stay warm.
And don't forget
about Mardi Gras.
Don't forget Mardi Gras, Queen Coronation, 5 o'clock on Sunday. Post 85 meat raffle starting at 3. You can do them both.
This is Joe Callahan. Have a great weekend. Stay tuned for Gary Smith and the crew. Do your members at 9:30 on ON Radio.
Broadcasting live and local daily from the Navigant Credit Union broadcast studio at the corner of Park Avenue and Kennedy Street. This is WOON Woonsocket Radio. And now, the news.
Well, we've been hearing about it for a week or so, and now it's in the news. A potential strike is looming at the Stop and Shop Distribution Center in Freetown, Massachusetts. Teamsters Local 25 is accusing the grocery store